Morning everyone, and welcome to another Marketing Monday. Today we are going to be having a quick discussion about email signups, reasons you want to be doing them, and just talking about a bit more emphasis on like design wise and places you might want to put them on your website. So email signups, why are they good for you? Well, if you have a list of emails of companies and people interested in your product and you can give them relevant information on a constant basis, you're kind of keeping going that reach, keep going that conversation between them and you. In terms of that persuasion, they may not buy directly from that email, but that email may come in a buying decision later on down the line. So it's always good to keep putting you in front of potential customers, and just keeping your face there, so that when they come to the fact that they need a certain product or they want a certain product, that then you're in their forethought, you're there in their mind, because they've had that, oh, I know he does this, I know who I go and get this from. So with web design and stuff like that, we tend to send out informations and try and give people information on stuff that people can use to then obviously do it either themselves, or if they can't do it, then try and get in contact with us. So that's how we do our sort of lead from our emails we get from Signups. That's what we do. But it's a really good idea just to generally build that list up, and obviously the bigger the list, you've got a nice big list then to nurture and hopefully turn back into revenue at some point. But on your website now, you're thinking, okay, I kind of understand why I need a list, or want some of the reasons behind having a list. I'm maintaining contact with the client. I'm looking at getting direct sales from the client, so it's a case of that's a really good idea. How else can I, now I know I want this, how do I build it? So you see a lot of times on websites, as you scroll through them, they're on their site, they'll have like usually in the sidebar or somewhere in the main copy, they'll be like it'll be segmented out, like a sign up to our email list. Quite a lot of times people put it in the footer. Now I think if you're gonna have it, if it's a case of having it in the footer or not having it, have it in the footer. But I'll be honest, I think it's so far down a page, you're kind of drowning out the point of having it. I don't think anyone's really going to sign up to a sign up in the footer. And again, this is a good thing you can do. You can test it out. You can see how much it would be in terms of how many people you get signed up compared to having it in the footer or somewhere higher on the page. I think having it much higher on the page makes more sense. I also think to also incorporate a pop-up to at certain points, but give it a criteria. Give the pop-up a criteria of when to ask the user to sign up to your email list. So I wouldn't do it possibly on the homepage. I would probably leave the homepage, let people understand. But as soon as they go to another page, and as soon as they start interacting with that page, I would then say, cool, right, here you go. How about sign up to our email list, and we'll help you. We're going to send you relevant information. We're going to prove that we know what we're talking about. We're going to let you know more about the product or service. We're going to let you have deals for people on our email list, to build up that loyalty, the brand loyalty. And those pop-ups can have criteria, but you might want to think about having that same pop-up if you're doing an ad to a landing page. So you do an ad to a landing page, it's a long landing page, you're giving a lot of relevant information to whatever the landing page is for. So for us it might be an in-depth look into landing pages, for instance. We might do a landing page talking about landing pages, and then as you scroll down, if you get to say a certain point, we then say, right, now we know that they're interested, let's just try and engage you into possibly signing up. That's the sort of thing that you can do. It's the sort of thing we're testing out a lot more at the moment, and it's the sort of things that you want to start thinking about testing as well, and start trying to analyse when to have these pop-ups pop up, because you don't want to spam it too much over people, because people tend generally hate pop-ups, but they yield good results. And the reason people hate pop-ups is because there have been too many sites in the past that actually, as soon as you hit that site, literally as soon as you hit, you're faced with a pop-up straight away. So you haven't even got relevant information before being asked to do an action. So it's a case of let people digest some information, let them understand exactly what you want and where you're going, and then obviously from that point there, then ask them to sign up to your email list. And all the time, always be trying to gather it. So if you've got like a guest checkout, for instance, on a shopping site, so you've made a decision now to make it that they haven't got to log in to do their purchase, but maybe at the end of the purchase, so they've purchased their thing on the guest checkout. At the very end of it, you might want to turn around and say, the email you're sending, that we're sending the receipt to, do you want us to use that as an opt-in box that says use your email for our email list, or tick this to not use your email, so they have to opt out or opt in. And again, that's the sort of another way of another place to gather emails, another place to start thinking about this, and it's a really good thing to do. One of the things that I'm looking at the moment is having it in drop-down menus and mega menus at the moment. So if you've got like a mega menu, and you imagine you've got a list of maybe first category, second categories, and at the end there's like quite a lot of mega menus have like a nice image. At the moment, we're looking to run a test on some sites where we get rid of the image, and instead of that image, we do an email sign up, and then obviously have a prompt for people to use it, and be like, it'll be like if you sign up today, will your email go into a prize draw? And at the moment, we're coming up with that part of it. But yeah, that's the sort of thing we're looking to do to see if it will increase signups to that, because obviously that by looking on the menu, you know that they're trying to engage with your product, they're trying to engage with your site, they're trying to get to something they want, and maybe that email sign up might just help. They may sign up to that, leave the site, but then that, because they've given you an email, obviously that's your then point you can engage with them and hopefully keep them coming back to you as a customer. So that's it today. I hope you're all now thinking a bit more about how and where to use email signups, as the conditions in which you want like things like pop-ups to work, and how you want to engage that list to hopefully to bring you guys a bit more profit. So yeah, thank you for listening.